I banned my husband and father-in-law from being in the delivery room with me because they won't stop talking about how I'm going to pass away during birth. My husband's mom died having him 35 years ago, and I understand that's traumatic. We even saw a marriage counselor at the start of my pregnancy to work through it. He promised he'd see his own therapist twice a month, but I'm starting to think he either stopped going or isn't talking about the actual issue. Because for 9 months, they've both treated my due date like my execution date. It started small. At 4 months, my husband casually mentioned I should update my life insurance. I thought it was weird, but said, okay, if it makes you feel better. At 6 months, he asked me to meet with a lawyer and draft a will. Again, intense, but I did it. Then at 7 months, he sat me down with a notebook and asked me to go through all my possessions. He wanted me to label what stays for the baby versus what goes back to my family after I'm gone, like I was already dead. I finally said absolutely not. That's insane. My father-in-law called me that same night, told me I was being selfish and making things unnecessarily difficult for my husband. He said when I'm gone, my husband will be a grieving widower with a newborn, and going through my stuff will be too painful. Better to have it organized now. I told him I'm not dying. My pregnancy has been completely complication-free. Perfect blood pressure, perfect glucose levels, perfect everything. My doctor says I'm the healthiest pregnant woman she's seen in months. My father-in-law went quiet. Then he said that's exactly what she thought too. Here's the thing. I genuinely think my father-in-law wants me to die. His entire identity for 35 years has been tragic single dad who raised his son alone. He never dated, never had close friends, never developed hobbies, just him and my husband against the world. And now he gets to do it all again. Every family dinner, he tells stories about those early years, how hard it was, how he figured it out, how special their bond is. He looks at my husband with this intensity, like he's waiting for their sequel. My husband just nods along, completely pulled into it. 2 weeks ago, my father-in-law told me, not asked, told me, that I won't be allowed to have an epidural or laughing gas during delivery. He said his wife did it naturally, so that's how it should be done. My husband backed him up, said we need to honor his mother's memory. I asked my husband if he was serious. He said his father has experience with this, and we should listen to him. I said your father's experience is that his wife died, so maybe we should do things differently. My husband called me cruel, said I was attacking his trauma. His father called me disrespectful. Last week, they started planning the delivery without me. I overheard them in the garage talking about who holds the baby first, how long before family visits, whether my husband should take paternity leave, or if his father should just move in for a few months. They were planning my funeral while I was alive. That's when I knew they couldn't be in that room. I told my husband that morning, said both of you are banned from the delivery room. My mom will be there instead. He looked at me like I'd stabbed him, said I was being paranoid and punishing him for grieving. I said you're not grieving, I'm still alive. He said for now. I lost it. Told him the only reason I might actually die is because you've stressed me out for 9 months straight. Then I looked at my father-in-law and said, you want me to die so my husband can become you, the tragic widower who never moves on. The room went completely silent. My father-in-law's face told me everything. He didn't deny it, just stared at me with this look that confirmed I was right. My husband tried to argue, said I was being dramatic, but I was already walking to our bedroom. I packed a bag, called my mom, and left. That was 3 weeks ago. My son was born 4 days ago. Healthy delivery, epidural included, exactly the way I wanted. My mom was there holding my hand. My husband and father-in-law weren't. My husband's been calling nonstop, leaving voicemails about how he deserves to meet his son, how I'm keeping his child from him, how his father is devastated. I finally texted him back yesterday, told him he can meet the baby when he's ready to be a husband and father instead of a grieving widower. I'm still waiting for a response.